Bless up, bless up, bless up. It's your humble host, Big Truck. Let me just get in your ear for a second. Reality has a way of showing you things that you didn't know, even what you were not taught. However, when you have two different people coming together, bringing the truth home, that is a very powerful thing. Shout out to my girl, Remney. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a series on this, okay? And it's going to be entitled Hard Conversations. In each video, we're going to break things down. We're going to have some fun with it. And we're going to get down to the root. Grab your shoulder pads and your helmet and let's go to work.
Women are not puzzles to be solved. They're human beings to be understood. But son, let me share something that might save you years of confusion and heartbreak. A lot of guys come to me saying they wish someone had told them these things when they were younger. They talk about all the mixed signals, the games, the confusion that could have been avoided. Well, today, I'm going to be that voice for you today. My name is Remy, and I've seen these patterns over and over and over. And if you are my son, these are the 13 truths I would want you to know before you ever got serious about a girl. First truth, and this is crucial. You are enough exactly as you are. Never chase after a woman who doesn't see your value from the start. The right woman for you will recognize what an amazing person you are.
And how would you know that? Because she will tell you. She will tell you and she will show you. There has been always amazing men and women walking around the universe. And I've said this time and time again. Sometimes we make the wrong choices. We choose wrong. Now it's time to choose better. But a woman, when she sees a man's worth, trust me, she's going to go after that man. She's going to make it known how amazing and how special she is, especially when she begins to show you.
Without you even having to prove it. Instead of spending your energy trying to convince someone of your worth, spend that time becoming the best version of yourself.
And there's nothing wrong with becoming the best version of yourself. Oftentimes, becoming the best version of yourself, man, it's an amazing, lonely, but fun process, because you will begin to discover the many characteristics and the many talents and the many gifts and the many amazing things about you that make you shine.
When you respect yourself, women will respect you too. It's like a signal that attracts the right kind of person into your life. Second truth, men who don't chase always do better with women than men who do.
Exactly. So when we hear modern women mainly speaking this, how come men don't chase us? You have to chase us. No, men don't chase. Men, when you be present, just be present, be available. Because I guarantee you, the right woman will see that and she will gravitate to that and she will meet you where you stand.
This might sound backwards, but hear me out though. When you chase hard, when you're always the one texting, always the one making plans, always the one putting in all the effort, you actually push women away. It makes you seem desperate and it lowers your values in her eyes and in your own.
That is so true. That's why you have to learn how to fall back. You have to learn how to relax, man. There's nothing wrong with texting here and there or calling here and there, but fall back a little bit. Allow it to flow. It's almost saying, open the door and allow her to walk in at her own pace, at her own pace.
A healthy relationship requires efforts from both people. If you're doing all the work, that's not a relationship. That's you being someone's entertainment. Here's the third truth, and this one will save you so much heartache. Know when to believe her and when not to believe her.
Pay attention to a woman's character. Watch how she moves. Listen, men. When you be able to do those things and she shows you in her actions, then that makes things clear. Then you can begin to move forward, whatever it is that the both of you are trying to do, whether it's a relationship or whether you're leaning in with good intentions to lead to marriage, whatever the case may be. Pay attention to how she moves, her character. Listen.
When a woman says something negative about your relationship, like, I'm not ready for anything serious, or I just want to be friends, or I think you deserve someone better, Believe her immediately. Don't think you can change her mind with your actions.
No, you believe her. When she says these things, don't try to convince her. Don't try to go hard in the paint to win her over or to wow her. What she said is what she said. How it goes is how it goes. Now, over periods of time, she may come back because she may see that those other options that she thought she had really didn't have or really didn't measure up to your character and how you move.
Good women don't play games with men they truly care about. But when she says positive things like, I really like you, or I can see us together, don't just believe her words. Look at her actions. Do they match what she's saying? Actions always tell the truth. Fourth truth, a good woman will never risk losing you on purpose. When a woman truly cares about you, she'll protect what you have together.
And she'll show it. When a good woman presents herself as a good woman and you see that, you're going to know she's good. She doesn't have to say a thing. You're going to see it in her actions. You're going to see it in her behavior. You're going to see it in the way she communicates to you. You're going to see it in the way that she gravitates to you. These are all those things that men, we need to pay attention and listen for. When you say, where's all the good women at? Where's all the good men at? Everything that we're saying so far is a two-edged sword. It could be used either way, but long as you're getting the lesson.
She might make mistakes, of course, but she won't deliberately do things that will drive you away. If you set a boundary with the right woman, you won't have to repeat it 20 times or get angry for her to respect it. But remember, not everything can be a boundary. Pick them wisely. If she feels she has to walk on eggshells around you all the time, even a good woman will eventually leave. Fifth truth, nobody is too busy to reply to your text within 24 hours.
There's 24 hours in a day. Ain't nobody that damn busy. If a woman, well, let's say if a person is interested in you, they're going to communicate with you. They're going to text you. They're going to call you. Pay attention. If an individual doesn't call you or text you, that's a sign right there. And learn how to pick up your shoulder pads and your helmet and walk. And it's okay to walk. That person is just not for you because you are a person that likes to communicate. Not saying we got to talk every day or text every day, granted, but there's 24 hours in a day. And if you have an open door policy where a person can come talk to you and call you or text you about anything at any time, and they don't take advantage of that, yeah, boy.
If she reads your messages and takes longer than 8 hours to respond, one of two things is happening. Either she's trying to craft the perfect response because she really likes you, which you'll know because her reply will be long, sweet, thoughtful, or she's just not that interested. If her reply are short and don't give you any clarity about how she feels, that's your answer right there. Sixth truth, and I know this might sound old-fashioned, if she doesn't offer to pay on the first date, especially if she asks you out, that's not a good sign.
And this is what a large number of men and women struggle with. It doesn't matter about the amount to an extent. It's a first date, okay? I have met individuals that didn't mind paying because it didn't matter. They just enjoyed spending time. Been around individuals where I've paid. It didn't matter. I enjoy spending time. You have to know what type of individual to take out on a date and not to take out on a date.
Now, listen clearly to what I'm about to say. Women want to contribute to relationships with men they truly like. A woman who's interested in you will always want to show that interest through her actions. The first date is special because it sets the tone. If she's not willing to invest anything in that first meeting, she's probably not that invested in you.
Before we go to the next one, if I pay for the date and she can't leave a tip, that should say something.
Seventh truth, you cannot change her. You can only decide how you respond to who she is. Never fall in love with who you think she could become. Fall in love with who she is right now.
And how many of us made that mistake? I know I have. we can't lean into a relationship, into our marriage, thinking that we can change someone. A person is going to be who they are. And if a person is wearing a mask, at some point in time, that mask will come off. And then you will really see that person for who they are. And once that mask comes off and you see that person for who they really are, then you have to make an executive decision at that point.
Or don't fall in love at all. Most people don't change, and those who do change is because they want to, not because someone else wants them to. If there's something about her that bothers you now, it will probably bother you later. Eighth truth, chemistry is overrated. I know that sounds crazy, but listen, a lot of people choose partners based almost all entirely of chemistry, and I made this mistake in my younger days too. Some men will pick the exciting, unpredictable women over the stable, kind women just because the chemistry feels more intense. But sometimes what we think is chemistry is actually just emotional chaos. Yes, there should be attraction, but having the same value and being able to communicate well are so much more important than fireworks. Ninth truth, don't play games. Playing hard to get doesn't make you more attractive to quality women.
Be available. Be approachable. If you see something you like, go after it. And I speak on for both sides. Men, if it's a woman that you like, go after her respectfully. Ladies, if there's a man that you like, go after him respectfully. It's not hard to do. Got to break out of that modern feminist cycle. Because guess what? When you got that job that you got, that career that you got, you saw it, you went after it. Why not take that same energy when it comes to your love life? I'm just saying.
It just wastes everyone's time. Be honest about what you want from the beginning. Do you want something serious? Say so.
And be honest and be clear about who you are and what you need. If it's a relationship, say that. If it's a marriage, just say that. If it's just a sexual thing, say that. Be clear and open about what you need from the person that's sitting across from you that you're communicating with. This is what it means to have proper communication, when you're able to communicate the very things that you need from the individual that's sitting across from you, that you're trying to understand, that you're spending time with. Let's be clear. Let's highlight that.
Do you just want to have fun? Be upfront about that too. The right woman for you will appreciate your honesty, and the wrong woman will filter herself out. That's exactly what you want to happen. 10th truth, you deserve a woman who brings out the best in you. If you're with someone and you feel like you're becoming a better person because of her influence, that's a great sign.
And there are amazing women out there that enjoy, that loves to bring out the best in their man. I see it in real time. We're not talking about that popcorn social media junk talk, copy and paste conversation. We're talking about real women that stand on business and they stand on principle and they stand on good character. Those are the women we're talking about. That type of woman has no problem with encouraging, showing, being there, supporting, loving, treating you right, being your peace, being your everything, being your prayer warrior, your worship partner, all of that rolled in one, feminine, friendly, fit, and so forth. There are beautiful women out there with those characteristics. Men, you just have to put yourself in the right place to be seen by the right people. And the same thing goes for the women. You have to be able to put yourself in the right place to be seen by the right people. Sometimes we put ourselves in a wrong place and being seen by the wrong people.
But if you find yourself getting angry, jealous, or insecure all the time because of how she treats you, then she's not the right one for you. She might be a good person, yes, but she's the wrong person for you. 11th truth. When a woman seems interested, suddenly pulls away and starts giving you mixed signals, and then comes back later when you've moved on, it usually means she didn't find anyone better than you.
And you were the last option. Pay attention to those mixed signals, okay? It's very simple and it's very to the point. I like you. I want you. Let's get to know each other. Boom. Do you see what I'm saying? The more simple and directed a woman is, the whole better, because that man is going to be the same. Okay. It's all how you communicate when it comes down to it. And we got to highlight those things. Never be afraid to communicate. Never be afraid to go after what you want. Never be afraid to go after what you need. Never be afraid to state that. Never be afraid to set those boundaries, set your limitations. Be honest, clear, and open. Never be afraid to address those things and say those things.
If you take her back, the same thing is going to happen. You deserve someone who chooses you consistently, not someone who keeps you as a backup option. 12th truth. Always address red flags immediately. Never ignore them hoping they'll go away.
A large number of men and women do this very thing too as well. They avoid those red flags. Hey, you know what? I'm guilty of it myself. When you have red flags or see those red flags, it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. Your tone is everything. How you come across to that person is everything. So that person can receive it in such a way. Now, there's individuals that do have a lot of red flags that, you know what? Let me work on those things. Or we could work on them together, because no one's perfect.
If something bothers you, speak up about it and see how she responds. Her reaction will tell you everything you need to know. If you're looking for a relationship and she won't talk about the future or define what you are to each other, have that conversation. If she's not honest or tries to avoid the topic, start moving on. Final truth. You get her best behavior at the beginning. In the first few weeks and months, she's trying to show you the best version of herself. This means two things. First, if things are already difficult in the beginning, run. It won't get better. Second, it takes time to really know someone, since those early weeks might not represent who she really is long term.
You have to be willing to allow room for understanding someone. Like I share with individuals, getting to know someone is the easy part. I want to understand you. How do I understand you? By spending time with you. The more time that you spend with an individual will give you an indication of where things are going to go and how the individual move. And most people know how to behave going out on dates. They know how to behave and they know what to do publicly. I want to see what you like behind closed doors. I want to see what you like when it's me and you at home chilling. That's when you begin to really, really dive in and see what that individual is about. These are some fun tips that we're going over. Let's continue.
Take your time before you fully commit to someone, but be quick to leave if she shows she's the wrong person for you. Son, I know this might sound like a lot, but remember this. The right woman will make all of this easy. You won't have to guess how she feels about you. You won't have to decode her messages or wonder where you stand.
This message goes for men and women. I want men and women to really understand this and allow this thing to stick. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a series on this. So I got more of her videos coming. These are those hard conversations that we should have had, that we didn't. But now it's here. So let's receive it together.
She'll be clear, consistent, and kind. Don't settle for someone who makes you question your worth. Don't stay with someone who brings out the worst in you. And never, ever try to convince someone to love you. The woman meant for you will see your value without you even have to point it out. She'll treat you with respect because that's who she is, not because you demanded it. She'll communicate openly because she wants the relationship to work. These truths might sound harsh, but they come from a place of love. I want you to find real happiness, not excitement.